Hello and welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. I'm your host, Ryan Meza, and I'm joined here with a very special guest today. I am joined with the Marketplace Manager at Better Business Bureau, Tyler Russell. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you so much for having me. The studio always looks
Yes,
beautiful
thank
whenever
you.
it comes in here. I remember being in the very small studio
Right,
of the
yeah.
Pulse. This is absolutely great, and it's always lovely to be able to come down here.
Thank you. Yeah, great upgrade for us, most definitely. So I know you're working with Better Business Bureau. You guys kind of have the mission of being leaders in advancing marketplace trust and stuff like that. And a big time in October with cybersecurity. You guys are kind of helping consumers and businesses kind of be safe with their consumers and also being able to trust like cybersecurity.
Absolutely. Cybersecurity Month is in October each and every year. And of course, we want to make sure that not just consumers, but also businesses are very, very safe when they're navigating online. Because right now, so many people are shopping online. There's a number of things that you can go and do. Make sure that you're getting out there and you're owning your online presence, making sure that you know where your information is being used and not just giving that information over to somebody willy-nilly. I know that's a highly technical term that we use with Better Business Bureau, but make sure that you're doing that and protecting your information, protecting not just your home computer, your tablet, but also your mobile phone as well. There's a lot of different programs out there that are available that you can actually protect your passwords and, of course, all your personal information as well.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that you should really go and do is make sure you get that two-factor authentication. It could be your thumbprint, it could be your text message, or even email. Make sure that you're protecting your information. A lot of the different financial institutions that are out there, they have that available to you. All you got to do is go in there and go and ask. Another thing you should do, keep your machine clean. When was the last time you did your updates on your personal computer?
Oh gosh, probably not a while actually.
That's what we always hear from so many people, and as soon as I bring it up, they just go, oh my goodness, when was the last time that I did this? I don't know what's going on. Making sure that you clear up that history that you have, clear out those cookies, and also make sure that all of your software is up to date as well, because that is so very important. Did you do the last update on your phone?
Not yet. I heard it's a big task.
It's a big one. So you got to sit there and stare at it and go like, you keep getting text messages and things like that. That's very, very important to make sure that you do that. Also, keeping that lid on that personal information. Now, your social security number, hugely important.
Yes,
Date of birth, name, but also your address is a very, very important thing to be able to hold on to, because you got to make sure that those scammers can't get that. And also, we're all on social media at one point or another. So when you're on social media, you want to really make sure that what you're posting and the pictures that you're putting out there and the information that you're sharing on social media is going to be, it's really what you want to be able to go and do. Because if some of that information gets out and gets into the wrong hands, you can actually lose a lot of information. You could actually lose not just your personal identity, but also money as well.
Gotcha.
Now, if you're in the business kind of side of things, there's a lot of things that you can go and do for not just yourself as a business owner, but also the employees that are out there. Make sure that you're using secure emails. Don't use your personal emails to share business information. They could potentially be compromised. Also, one of the things that is one of our standards of trust with Better Business Bureau is to safeguarding privacy. Now, safeguarding privacy is not just making sure that those files are in a locked cabinet. So many people and so many businesses are actually having their files online. So you got to make sure that those files are secure. Make sure that you're doing the best for your customers, and be very, very careful. We all have USB drives. I think I have a drawer of like 150 of them sitting in there. Watch out for those USB drives and make sure that they are password and encrypted for yourself. Because if they're not, there's a good chance that somebody could go in there and find stuff. Actually this is a very interesting story. Talked with one of our businesses who does cybersecurity that's out there. He was telling me a story that there was actually a business that had no idea that hackers were in for 3 months.
Oh my gosh.
After that 3-month period, they found out the ins and outs and what exactly was going on with this business, and then they ended up having a malware attack, a ransomware attack. So when that ransomware came around, there was so much money. They lost so much of their data they unfortunately, it took a long time for them to get back straight ahead. And make sure that when your employees are going out and they're doing things, make sure they're watching out for those secure websites. Make sure you're looking for the HTTPS or the lock symbol,
the little lock,
on any of those websites when you're doing things.
I know, especially right now, a lot of people are working from home, doing things virtually and digitally. Everything's on the computer, on their hard drive and stuff like that. So definitely very important to like keep it secure and locked. What are some of like the most common things that you guys see from scammers that may get some businesses?
We were just talking about this a few minutes ago, talking about the CEO scam, and I mean, you know, you've heard of this happening, and so a scammer will email somebody who is not the CEO but will pretend to be the CEO, and they will come to the different employees and say, "Hey, I need you to go and buy a couple $100 in gift cards, scratch off the back of that, and share them with me. Send them via email." And when you get an email from your boss, your reaction is to go out and go do that immediately. CEO wants it. Rather than doing that, go check, call them, text them, get them on the phone at some point and say, "Hey, is this actually what is going on?"
Yeah.
It's very, very important to keep
And even
that safe.
on the other side with consumers, is there any like liability on the businesses that those consumers may be affiliated with, or is it more just they didn't keep security on their end of the...
What you want to do is you want to research the company that you're working with. Whatever company that you're going to go out and you're going to go and do business with, make sure that you know and understand. A lot of the privacy policies are on people's websites, so go read them, know how your information is going to be secure. So if you do that, you're going to have a better time.
Gotcha. I know. I feel like, especially, I mean, me personally, I feel like I see those privacy policies. I'm like, I agree, and I just like keep going.
And they're usually like 5 or 6 or 20 or 50 pages long,
and like no one really fully goes into depth into those and reads them.
Absolutely, make sure you understand.
Very important. Most definitely. And so, what are you guys providing to these businesses about cybersecurity? Are you guys providing like workshops or just things for them to implement?
We have so much information. If you go to our website, we have a couple of different websites where people can go to. If you go to bbb.org, you can find all those businesses. We have a Rolodex of businesses across the entire country so that you can find out more about that. Also, we have very specific information on trust-bbb.org. We have so much information, not just cybersecurity, but COVID and any of those things. We have a large amount of webinars on our YouTube channel as well, where you can find out more about whether it's the PPP loan or the EIDL loan, what you need to do to be able to get it, and then now what you need to do to be able to get that forgiveness. We have a lot of information available out there.
Wow, awesome. So you guys are definitely great resource for these businesses and consumers.
Absolutely.
As well. Awesome. Is there anything you'd like to add, Tyler, about what BBB is up to this month?
Well, we're going to have information all month. I know there's a lot of different facets of Cybersecurity Month, and we're trying to be able to find the latest and greatest and the most important information for those people. Don't forget, video game consoles are coming out, so you got to watch out when your kids are navigating that online world.
I know, definitely. That's definitely a scary situation there, for sure.
Perfect.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Tyler, for joining us today. I really appreciate you. That's all the time we have here on the Pulse of Spokane. I'm your host, Ryan Meza. Have a great day.
Buying a car at Wendell Nissan really is a piece of cake. Use our online tool and do everything before you arrive, even the financing. Go to wendellnissan.com and be in your new car in no time. It's a piece of cake.
When we opened the doors the first day, we started with a counter full of maybe a dozen selections of a dozen cupcakes. We sold out, and it just went crazy from there. I'm Sally. I run Sweet Frosting's Blissful Bake Shop downtown Spokane. It's almost 40 years of baking for me. We now do between 1,000 and 2,000 cupcakes a day. The variety of cupcakes is kind of like the variety of services that STCU provides for us. Since we opened this site in 2014, they've been our banker. We are producing for 4 stores right here, so we have 35 to 40 employees at any one time. There's an STCU close to virtually every one of my stores, and every time I get a new employee, that's the first place we send them. STCU is such a good fit. It's just so convenient for me to have them as neighbors. They are always so pleasant and always so helpful, and we have a lot of little needs. They've always been behind me 100%, so it's a good thing to have that partnership.
Here at River Ridge Hardware, we carry a great selection of Krylon brand spray paints, Color Master, general purpose, the Rust Protector for taking care of metal, Fusion for taking care of plastics, and the Super Max that can take care of it all.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none, from the time you call to the end of the project.
We believe every person is created in the image of God with immeasurable beauty and worth, that people should not be defined by their present condition or past mistakes. We are all broken. We need each other. Healing for our brokenness begins with connection, with understanding how much we are loved by a good God. And with healing comes change, the potential for joy and meaning. No one was created for mere survival on the streets, for an existence blurred by mind-numbing substances. Each person is created with a purpose, a unique gift no one else can offer the world. Our job is to help them rediscover it. Real people, real change. Union Gospel Mission.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.